Oh, dude, yeah, Terracore, it's fantastic. Just because because mainly because of the heart shuffle being on. You start with no sword. You got to find your sword cave.
Tracker
Uh,
set, take any.
Armos is random.
Crashed.
It's really so any of the ones that have a sub selector seem to crash it. But your any road worked, right? Your any road one, two, three, and four. That's
Tracker
strange.
set,
And
take any road 1.
the list
Okay, now it's crashing constantly.
WPFUI.fs. I'll have to look at that. I'll open that up in Visual Studio and take a look at that code. It's an F sharp file. I'm not familiar with F sharp, but I mean, once you've seen code in any language, you can kind of see what's going on in just about any other language. It does make it a lot more fun, TerraCore, but and it makes it a little more gambly. You know what I mean? It's like, do I care about getting, killing everything in here to get the floor item out? You know what I mean? Because with Rookie Rumble, it's like it's a heart, so you can just nope out. It's not as risky, but it also it's a little more risk reward driven. It's cool. The flag set we did last night, um, it was pretty much what you just did, but the white sword, or not the white sword, the wood sword cave was capable of being underneath a burn bush recorder blocked or power bracelet blocked or raft blocked. Um, the Armos item was also guaranteed a red candle, and important items were capable of being in 9. Like the bow could have been in 9, the ladder could have been in 9. Um, what else was there? The white sword item didn't pick up until 6 hearts. You had to have 6 hearts to pick up the wood or the white sword item.
Tracker
Uh,
set, small secret.
and it was Mag's Rush too, so 10 hearts got
Tracker
you
set,
Mags.
large secret.
So that was I really enjoyed those. I thought it was cool as hell. A little
Tracker set,
different.
large secret. Tracker set, medium secret. Tracker set, sword 1. Crashed.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like it did the small, medium, and large secrets.
But this try putting more of a space in tracker set sword 1. Like put a little gap in the maybe it's I don't know. Yeah, I doubt that's it, but
Tracker set, sword 1. Crashed.
yeah, okay. Like I said, I didn't figure that'd be it, but it's worth a try.
Tracker set, bomb shop. Tracker set, blue ring shop.
Did you find the
Tracker
list? I'm sorry.
Tracker set, door repair. Tracker set, hint shop.
Oh,
Tracker
remember
set, the letter.
remember how you said Armos?
Yeah.
Try arm O's, like owes me money, like arm O's, because Armos isn't a real word in the English language. So it's got to be real English that it can recognize. So try arm O's. That's how he has it wrote out here. ARM space OWES, and in parentheses it says Armos, but I think that's because of Armos not being an English word.
Tracker set, arm O's. Crashed.
Ah, yeah. It seems like the ones that have a selector underneath them are going to crash. That's weird. Yeah, Fox is messing with some of the voice recognition stuff on the tracker to see if he can minimize his interaction with the mouse. That's why he's
Tracker
talking.
set, take any one you want.
That's why he's talking to a
Crashed.
tracker. Like, why is he talking like that, man? Nobody said that. Huh. Well,
Tracker set don't care. Tracker set don't care.
am I gonna do another one here? Or, well, what time is it? It's 11:18. Yeah, there's no sense in starting one if I'm gonna do the midnight deal. Maybe.
Tracker set potion shop.
Blessed if they're crap flags. Are you up for running one offline? Maybe with me, you, and Ace again.
Tracker set dungeon 1.
Level one, level two, level three. Try that. That's what they have it
Tracker
listed here as.
tracker set level 1. Okay, that works.
Okay. Looking for
This
ones
will
you haven't tried. Go ahead.
this seems like it'll make things a lot easier or a lot
Yeah,
quicker for me.
yeah, but you'll just have to remember that you're going to have to manually set your armos and your swords, right? Other than that, it's really not a big deal. Everything else works good. Wonder why those ones specifically. Like I said, the only difference, again, programmer head, the only difference I see between those is that's one command with a sub selector to it. Right, like level 1 is its own command, level 2 is its own command, level 3 is its own command. But the thing
Right?
is, sword 1, 2, and 3 are all their own commands too.
But then you have to add what you took from it.
For sword 1. For sword
Well,
2, which would be the white sword item, you would just have to say whether you got it or not, right? Because you can find the cave and not pick it up, right? Same thing with the mags. So that'd be sword 3. So there's another variant in there. It's like, am I marking it as you got it, or am I marking it as here it is, but you don't got it? You know what I mean? But you're
tracker
right.
set recorder. Tracker set recorder.
What are you trying to set right now?
Tracker set recorder.
For what? The Armos or for the second or for the sword item or what? What are you trying to set recorder to?
The sword item, coast item, and Armos item up at the top.
Oh, so you're highlighting those boxes and trying to put them in there. I got you.
Tracker set recorder. Tracker set sword 3. That worked.
Sword 3 worked,
Sword 3 worked.
but sword 1, 2, did you get Armos to work? Armos. It
No,
crashed it, didn't it?
yes.
So Armos, sword 1, and sword 2 all crash it, correct?
Well, let me try something else.
Okay.
Uh, Tracker set Arm O's heart container. Didn't even get it out before it crashed.
Yeah, so it's the Armos is what's crashing it. It's the
It's got to
actual.
be that sub menu,
It's got to be. It's the only difference in the other commands, right? Is there's a sub selector for it.
right?
Hmm. I guess you didn't think that one out all the way. More than I could do. I've never done anything with speech recognition. I've done fingerprint reading and stuff like that and implemented that into some systems, but never voice recognition. I don't think I'd want to mess with any of that either. Here's how those SDKs work or whatever.
Hmm.
If I'm not yeah, you know what? Hang on. I think I actually have it. I think I have the project for Z Tracker. And I don't know if I have F sharp loaded in. Because why the hell would I pick F sharp? I've never used F sharp, so I don't know if my development environment's set up for it or not. And let me look. Visual Studio installer, modify. I think there's a just a selector for F sharp. I think. C++. On. Oh, here language pack. Oh wait, that's different kind of language. No. F sharp desktop language support. There we go. F sharp tools. Okay, let me install these tools real quick, and then I'll pull the project up and have a look at it. I'm just curious of what's going on there. I'm not saying I can do anything about it, but
Right.
I'm just genuinely curious of how this is working. Da, 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 da. Cleaning up. Okay, there we go. All right, let me see. Because I'm pretty sure I downloaded the entire project file for this, to where I could just
Tracker
open up.
set armos.
Then I could just look at, yeah, Z1R tracker, the whole solution. So I can actually look at the source code for it. Let's have a look.
Tracker set armos.
Speech recognition dot F sharp. All right, let's see. Let wake phrase equal tracker set. Let map state phases equal. Let coda equal level 9. Any road sword 3. Da 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 da. Armos. Match kind with tracker. All right, let me see. Speech recognizer dot load grammar. Okay. Well, it's not a problem with grammar that we're having here. It's see if I can find a if statement or whatever it may be for Armos or the White Sword. Oh no, it's
Well, it's armos, the white sword, and the wood sword.
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the take is work.
Okay, if
Can
new
double.
state equals 12, then these would be any roads. Else, if kind equals. Okay, this is for dungeon numbers.
Tracker set take any. Wait a sec.
That's for push to talk stuff. Okay, so that's 13, 14, and 15 for sword 3, 2, and 1. One's 15.
Tracker set take any one you want. Tracker set take any one you want. Yeah, that crash.
Dot dungeon tracker instance kind. Tracker, yeah,
But
let's tracker model dot. Okay, so here's tracker model dot. What I say? Dungeon. Shit, what I say? Dungeon tracker instance kind. This person put a lot of work into this, man. This is pretty big. But items and counts, Booker shield, boomerang, bow, power bracelet. Okay, so that's items. That's again, I'm not real familiar with F sharp either, so this is a little bit of okay. Meat shop, blue ring, sword 1, 2, and 3. Here they are. Okay, but this doesn't really help me. Map choice domain helper.
you want me to send you my crash log?
Actually, yeah, that might be helpful just to kind of. I'm just genuinely curious of what the hell's going on here.
I'll send it to you in a DM.
Okay. So I doubt I could get to the bottom of it, but I'm just genuinely curious. Because like I said, I'm not a F sharp guy. I'm not even that's the first F sharp program I've ever even seen. How'd my Discord go? Download. Open file. All right, here. Unhandled exception from UI thread. Generic error occurred in GDI plus. Yeah,
Pop-up
imagine
is
that.
active was not set, which indicates programming error where a reentrant UI thread may crash the program.
Pop-up is active was not set, which indicates programming error where a re-entrant UI thread may crash the program at custom combo boxes, async builder.
So yeah, it looks like the ones with the submenu will crash it.
Yeah, so it is the sub menu, it would seem, because when you click that and bring in, you set the wood sword cave, it automatically pops up a sub menu, right? So
Right.
so your voice invokes to set that, and then it doesn't bring up the UI elements to choose the subset, let's say. Like in this case, did you take the white sword? Did you take the blue candle? Or did you take nothing? None of that stuff's populated, and in fact, the UI didn't even load the subset to pass along the value, so it passed as null, or it just didn't exist at all, and it's a required component to that command.
All right.
If that makes any sense at all, it does. I think you're getting it.
Right.
What I'm, yeah, you're
Yeah.
picking up what I'm laying down, but I think that is now what can be done about it. That would probably have to come from the creators. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got the stuff here to do it, but not the know-how as far as how he is setting those via the speech. Like you would have to pass more parameters. Like instead of just saying set wood sword 1, you would also have to uh, set wood sword 1, comma
Well,
sword,
it's
comma
just sword one, sword two, sword three.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then in his command, sword one should automatically say you took the sword. But if he had a command that said sword cave, sword cave, and then comma would be the voice recognition for the beginning of the next parameter, which would be set sword cave, comma, blue candle. Would set that spot as the wood sword cave and then also pass along the parameter for the UI that you took the blue candle and then set it to that item. You know what I mean? Where in this case,
Right.
like that should have been done in the command, like it should have been a generic, like just set it to the sword. But you wouldn't have the option to on your tracker. You wouldn't be able to just tell it sword one, but I actually took the candle instead. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't support that in the way that this is coded out from the looks of it. Like you would have to, like I said, you would have to have a parameterized word, meaning comma would say that's the end of the first part of the statement, and now we're taking the rest of the parameters to pass along with that statement. So it would be wood sword cave, comma blue candle, or wood sword,
Right.
comma sword, or wood sword, comma nothing, and then it could then pass all that information over to populate all those parameters and set the boxes and their values. So I think
Right.
that's I am 95% sure that's what's going on here and what would be a potential solution to it if I were more familiar with this. But that could be something we could pass along to the developer of it, like, hey, this is what, you know, this is what happened and this is what we're thinking. Take a peek. But again, I'm not going to speak to the guy's stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that's just my best guess as looking at the source code and just going through the issue.
Right.
Neat though. Like
Too
I say,
bad the
there's a lot of
too
code
bad
here.
too bad there's not like an auto tracker, you know?
Um, well, there might be a Lua script because I used to use an auto tracker for Super Metroid when I ran Super Metroid in speed runs, and it would automatically track everything as I went, as I picked things up. It would automatically read the emulator and mark it as tracked in my tracker. And you using an emulator, there's probably an LUA script that does auto tracking for Z1 if I had to bet. I don't know if they're legal, so to speak, like as far as like in runs and races and stuff. I don't know if auto tracking is. I don't think it is. But for playing offline, like what we do, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have a problem with it personally. I don't care. I don't know. Let me see. Are there any? I used to. You know what? What the emo tracker? Emo tracker was like kind of a was kind of like an interface for downloading different trackers for different games. And then what emulator do you use? You use FCEUX, right?
Yeah.
You don't use what's the other one? What's the real pop? BizHawk. I
No.
think BizHawk supported a lot of the. I don't F. Do I have FCEUX? Yes, I do. Let me see. Debugger. See, this one's real good for like if you're doing like the hex editor and you want to actually see the memory and stuff. It's good. It's just great for troubleshooting and coding and shit like that, especially if you're doing custom ROMs and shit. Uh, LUA. Recent new script. Okay, so you could do a new script window. So,
Oh, nice. There is one.
oh yeah, yeah.
ZR Logger.
Yeah, so if that's the case, just go to File underneath FCEUX and go to LUA and then New LUA script window, and then you can point it to that file. So download that script file, and then you just point it to that file that you downloaded, and then you run it, and then
No,
you.
it's a whole tracker.
Oh, it's a standalone. Let me see if I can find an LUA script. Hang on a second. Let's see. C1.
Oh, it's probably way out of date though. Looks like this hasn't been updated in 9 years.
LUA script for BizHawk, which they should work in here too. I'll find you a script, maybe. How's everything for the
Yeah,
Minish Cap?
yeah. Uh, Looks like this hasn't been updated since December 31st, 2016.
Ocarina of Time. You know what? There might just be one. Let me look at installed packages. Legend of Zelda ZR1 Tracker. The Legend of Zelda Randomized Tracker. Layout, tracking, extensions, voice control, multi-world, advance. Zelda. So there's Z1R, regions overworld map, or palette-based overworld. Reload the randomizer tracker. It's been forever since I used, like I said, I used an auto tracker for SMZ3 also, not only Super Metroid but just SMZ3, and it was a script that I would attach and start it, and then as I started playing the game, it would mark every screen I had been on, every check I made, every item I picked up. What it was. I mean, it was seamless, right? You just got to get an LUA script for it. So we'll continue on down that path, and we'll see if we can find you one eventually. But as of right now, I'm kind of struggling to find one specifically.
But I feel like if we could minimize or like negate or at least minimize my time spent tracking,
Yeah,
my
you'll
time.
shave off quite a few minutes.
Yeah.
You know what else I would like to do?
What's that?
Um, Maybe we can set up like a multi-world
That would
where
be
we both
interesting.
yeah, where we both get a seed and like your ladder might be in my game.
Right.
You know what I mean? And your white
Yeah.
sword might be in my game, and you got to find my stuff. I got to find your. We both got to find our own stuff too. But the items are all mixed up between both of our games, and we both have to work together to keep each other moving and get each other their items. We could even do that in with me, you, Blessed, and Ace. Do a four-person multi-world. I'm pretty sure multi-world will do that with just Z1. I think.